Hello, Warfighters, Warriors, hell, welcome to another episode of a Total War Saga Troy. And the last episode, we finally got back on Lesbos after being pushed off. So we made what I thought was a pretty cool escape from that after winning a close battle that allowed me to get off of the island. I was able to take my troops back. I replaced them for some troops that are better armored. And now I have retaken, or I guess I should say, I have taken one of the cities on the Isle of Lesbos. Mytilene? I don't know. I'm always going to make this disclaimer, guys. I'm absolutely terrible with the pronunciation of this stuff. So here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to pull a fast one here on somebody who is one of my, he's not an ally, but he's friendly to me. So there are two cities on Lesbos that are hostile, and there's one that's being held by another faction, and they only have that one city. And so I'm trying to see if I can just declare war on them, but I can't because they are allied with my brother Hector. So if I go to war over this one town, I'm going to war against my brother and the strongest ally that I've got. So I'm trying to see if there's just some other way I might be able to take that town, because I'd like to be able to have the whole island since it constitutes its own province. You can get a little bit of a boost with things, and I got full control over what is done on this island. I'm hoping for Lesbos to make it a place that produces a lot of happiness and like some administrative buildings and stuff, so that way this is one area I know I can go to if I'm starting to have some problems. And I'm also thinking, like, I don't know if I would want to necessarily put Helena on this island as opposed to where she's at right now. I don't think though that having it out here is really going to give me too much of an advantage, but I don't know. I'm using like my capital to be like the military center of where I'm at. Oh, I've got an option here. So I got a gift. I'm going to request iron, I think, because you get that boost to melee attack and defense for a few turns, and knowing that there is going to be some fighting over these next few turns, I should probably go ahead and do that. Got a weapon. I don't know if I necessarily want to give it to Elatos because he's not an archer-based unit. I don't think he's going to do as well with that. Now, looking at Eresos, you've got an army of 5 in there, plus you also got the garrison. And, like, this is what I'm thinking. Like, if I can go up here, Methymna, like, if I could take this, that's going to be the easiest for me to do. Well, maybe not, actually, because it is a walled city. I don't know if I necessarily want to do a siege here. Okay, so they are at war. Methymna is at war with another group. See, they're very friendly, so this is why I feel bad, but I'm going to be able to kick their butts pretty quick. Now, Kaime? Dude, I'm going to get slaughtered here for some of these names. I feel like I should know them, but I'll admit, like, ancient warfare and stuff has not been my strong point, nor has the ancient world been something I've really studied that much. Okay, so taking a look here, I'm joining a war against somebody that they're at war with. That's not what I'm wanting to do. I kind of have that a little bit backwards. I'm wondering, I'm going to risk it here. If I go ahead,
looks like a waste of time to me,
say I'm going to join the war against Methymna, I wonder if that forces Hector in.
I can work with that.
Offers accepted. I'm at war with him. And looking at the list, I don't have anybody else declaring war on me. Oh, this is awesome. Yep, so we're going to move in. We're going to do our first siege battle here. Fight to try and take a walled city. Because I'm not going to hold a siege. I just want to get in here as quick as I can. Now, we obviously outnumber them, as you can see there. Not just with total units within, or total individuals within the army, but, you know, outnumbering him with units. So I have an idea I'm going to try this, and the terrain actually works perfectly for it. I'm going to, like I've been doing before, get my army set up here where I've got spearmen at the front and my axemen behind. And then in the back, we've got our archers and my general. Okay, so here's what my plan is. So as I get started off, they're going to be occupying the wall directly in front of where I'm at. I'm going to use that little rock. I shouldn't say a little rock. I was going to say a little rock formation, but right here, they have to move around it. And so I'm going to go to another wall. The hope is that wall and gate on the right side, that's what I'm going to move to right here. I'm going to occupy that, and I'm hoping that there's really no resistance, because by the time I get over there and start getting set up on the wall, that's when they're going to start coming in. I'm going to get the spearmen up on the wall first. I want them to be able to absorb the blow that's likely going to be coming as they move up that way. I'm going to keep the archers on the ground on my side of the wall right now. They could fire over the wall, no problem. And then I'll bring in the axemen behind them to really start pushing the attack. When I get the spearmen on the wall, I'm going to have them push to the towers and also the gate to get that open. I would like it if I didn't necessarily have to get the axemen to climb the wall. It'd be nice if they could just go through that main gate, but we'll see if that's something that I'll be able to do. You know, now that I'm looking at this terrain, I wonder how it works with having your forces inside of like the wooded area once you get started off. Like if the computer is going to know where I am anyway and get set up on a wall. We're going to have to try that here at some point. Taking a lot of fire from the towers that are coming in. Luckily, though, these guys have shields, so the damage I don't think is as bad as it would be with light infantry, but it's still, you know, every time one shot comes in, that is one person that ends up going down. Hence the reason why I'm trying to get as many of my spearmen on the wall as quickly as possible to start taking these towers and making sure they don't take me down. All right, here we go. We're gonna set the archers right here. Yes, unfortunately, it is in front of the gate. I mean, I could have them try and destroy the gate as well. I don't know if how much time that's gonna take here. With this being the first battle that I've done, we'll kind of have to time it. I mean, I probably could have gone ahead and gotten the battering ram too. I just didn't want to wait that extra turn because I didn't want them to start building up an army. Okay, here come the archers. They're going to start engaging the sword and shield infantry, but we do have javelin infantry right behind them. I'm going to make them the primary target for my archers. Just taking out fellow ranged units will be important. You can see this plan that I had worked. They're only bringing up one unit at a time. They're basically coming up in a large column, which means I'm going to have more units to bring to bear on them at any one point. I mean, right now, they've got just one unit on the wall resisting me, and that's their sword and shield infantry. These guys on the right side, I'm not going to have any problem capturing stuff right here, so I'm going to send him to grab that tower. We're starting to switch a tower. Here comes another group of infantry.
You have captured the enemy tower.
Now those guys have a bunch of shields, but seeing that they are the only group coming up, I'm still going to use up my arrows on them, even though I'm not taking out as many as if it was like, you know, two-handed spearmen who obviously don't have any more hands for shields and stuff. Dang it. I've been slacking. I really should have had the axe infantry moving up to take out that gate. Okay, the sword and shield infantry on the wall are retreating. Now we've got this sword and shield infantry at the base, which are taking some damage from the archers. There we go. We're starting to capture the gate. We'll move that group over too. All right, so we've neutralized all their defenses on this gate. Yep, just stand there, guys. That's going to do you a lot of good with the arrows coming in.
You have captured the gates.
Cool. Gates are ours. Come on in, guys. All right, so we're still going to try and keep the archers outside as much as possible, but I don't know if I'm necessarily going to be able to do that too much. All right, Axeman now coming in. This huge body of reinforcements is really going to be helpful. I feel like I've got this in the bag already. I'm not too worried about it, but I should move my archers to engage these guys. I don't want them to be hitting my own troops, and obviously I'm going to have a lot of guys right down there. So when you take a look at the total amount of morale loss, if I keep firing there, I'm going to be doing more harm than good. All right, move on to the next target, which are these swordsmen that we engaged earlier. All right, they're starting to fall back, but we've got archers that are going to be coming in here in a second. They're going to be a prime target for me. And this axe and shield infantry, they specialize in hitting enemy on the flanks. I think that's where they do the most amount of damage, and hopefully that counts with hitting them in the rear of their formation. Still, they're coming in with this column. We do have the hero coming over on the right side. I'm probably going to try and engage him with my archers too as soon as I go ahead and take out these archers right here. Just because engaging him at range is going to be far better than bringing my own troops. Ah, dang it. They've got a really good position down here, which they're firing at me from. The shots are coming in pretty slow, though. I don't know if that's because they're getting up on the wall and they're just waiting for that process to go through, or if it's because we've got them in such a tight formation also. I don't know. I mean, not everybody, when you put them on the wall, I think faces that direction. There's a lot of reasons why it could be, but I feel like I gotta move my archers off of the wall. Especially if I want to take out these guys down here. We're still doing pretty good. We haven't had anybody fall back. Yes, you can see we've taken some casualties, nearly 50%, or more than 50% actually in a few cases. So it hasn't been necessarily the prettiest, but honestly, in these types of engagements, it's not easy to come off with a huge win here. If I remember right, they have a morale advantage. They might have, some better units. You've got better positions in which they can engage me from, like these archers that are right here just firing into my lines. There we go. I'll finally be able to get some return fire. The idea now is for me to get my men moving out of there. Okay, good. They're taking some damage. We're going to keep the fire going. I'm just hoping we can keep these guys out of range. Like, I hope they start engaging me with the archers, just because I got so many of them. I could take far more casualties than they can. I just don't want them to hit, other troops that are going to be pretty valuable. There we go. Now they're going to start running. Can you imagine just how miserable that would be that you're standing there and there's just these arrows coming over? You have no idea, who's firing at him. Like, you can't see him, but you just see him falling in. Okay. Now I got to figure out what I'm going to do about their hero unit right here. Oh, he just took a huge hit to morale, and I think that's because everybody else is now retreating. Cool. We got this one, guys. We got him. All right, I'm going to try and chase after him and see if I can take him down. Archers will definitely do some damage here. They're still firing pretty slow, just a couple at a time. Oh, never mind. Of course, you got to show me up right there with a huge volley.
Don't expect mercy.
His HP isn't falling as quickly as I'd like. So I just don't want to sit here through it. So we're going to mark this as a decisive victory. It's always a good day when you inflict more casualties than the other side, especially when you're going up against enemy forces inside of a city. Ha! Gotcha. Okay, that was it. So I've destroyed my first faction too. Well, their sword infantry had 20 kills. And then you look at some of my archers who were in the 60s. Dang. All right, these female creatures with a strange reputation inhabit this place. All right. Dang it, another bow. I don't necessarily need a bow. I mean, Alatos is good with the spear. There we go, faction destroyed. Okay, so now I gotta take a look at happiness. You can see there's gonna be a loss of 11 per turn here. A lot of that has to do with the fact that I just took that city. There's a negative 10 right there. But since I chose to occupy it and not destroy it, I can be working to get some of the happiness back here over time by just creating some of the buildings and stuff like that there. All right, Troy wants some stuff. Let's give it to him. My brother. You know what? I'm getting a decent amount of wood right now, and I am lacking food, so I'm gonna have to reluctantly agree to that deal. Okay, we moved ahead a little bit. We got a new royal decree. This is the research section. And I have got all of the base ones down, so I'm getting a little bit of a boost. I kind of want to move that direction here early on. One of the things I think I get is, yeah, that's the track where you have more food coming in per turn, and that's going to be very important as I build up my army. Food is obviously the biggest resource that's going to drain as this group continues to grow. I'm surprised at some of the veterancy that we're seeing already. Oh, dang it. This ain't going to be good. We've got 2, maybe 3 hero units that I'm going to have to face in Oresos. And then I'm going to have like 25 units. Let's take a look, see if ranking up Alatos is going to get me anything. Lead by example, that gives a 10% increase to a number of different attributes for a targeted unit. This one gets me 18% more stamina for allies in range for 20 seconds. Okay, we're just gonna go with lead by example. I'm kind of regretting doing that already. I'm also gonna go Way of Athena for the next one. I have to keep an eye on that with his XP and everything. Yeah, see, these guys are all light units though, so I might still be able to take these guys out, even though they will outnumber me. I'll have to play this smart. You know, I don't even have all my guys fully healed, but I've got the veterancy. I've got medium units rather than light units, so I have a little bit extra armor that's going to help in a defensive situation like this. You can see though, with the amount of javelin units that they've got, 4, they're going to match me just with the garrison, or pretty close to match me with total ranged units. They've got, obviously, the reinforcements that are going to be a part of this, too. They're going to be the ones who I think are going to play the biggest role here early on. Now, we've got this small pass right in front of me. It worked last time, where I was able to draw them into that small area and really just absolutely pummel them and hold them back. Now, since they've got 3 hero units, it's not going to be that easy for me to hold them back with what I've got. But let's give it a shot. We're going to bring the spearmen up first.
Is receiving reinforcements.
We're going to hold the mouth to this entryway. And then I'm going to bring my axemen here with 3 on the right and left flank each. So once they do start coming down here, I can do a quick flank and try and circle all of them in here. Now the question is, am I going to be able to draw them into this area? I genuinely hope that they stay there for a little bit, because I've got some club infantry. If they're two-handed club, be able to take them down with my archers. I've got one ranged unit on the left side. One of the heroes is easily within range. Okay, so we're gonna have the army in formation. All right, so we've got the spearmen in range, and as I'm moving up, some of my archer units are already starting to open up on them. Not what I really want right here. I mean, yes, it's nice that we're doing damage to them, but I feel like I could be doing more damage to other units. You know what, let's just take them out. I'd be interested to see actually who ends up filling their spot. Okay, I think one more volley like that. Actually, I know one more volley is going to do it. Yep, they're running. Okay, so it looks like that is... Okay, we're gonna toggle guard mode, and we're gonna toggle skirmish mode, which is basically gonna keep them right there, firing on whatever they see in range and not chasing after those units. That's gonna be key. All right, so that militia is gone. That was easy. Just bring another group in. Seriously. This isn't necessarily the best strategy. We've already got 3 of their units running off the battlefield. Never mind. Now we're looking at 2. That militia is coming back, but they're going to be met with another volley of arrows. Gosh, I'm surprised they took that first volley. Okay. Well, it looks like they regrouped and are coming back. Let's hit this militia again. I love how these guys are going to try and charge my spearmen. That's not a good idea, buddy. Okay, there go those guys. Hey, I'll take the additional veterancy. Are they not going to bring anybody else out over here? I mean, they're spread out pretty thin. I think it's pretty clear. I've got all my forces right here. All right, we're going to move up my archer units. I want to take out this javelin infantry. Maybe I can get those spearmen on the right to start fleeing again as well. I'd really love to take out that leader unit, which is now on the move. Yeah, since they're in with the spearmen, I don't know if they're going to fire. But I'm seeing more movement now than I had. I think they might be starting to come in over here. All right, we're just taking them down slowly but surely here. Oh, the young spears. Two-handed spear infantry. They are going to be hurting here with these arrows as they come in. I need to get my guys back to where they're not engaging with their bows mixed in with friendly units. Man, they totally noped out of that one. All right. Pour it into them. Much better. Yep, that's doing a lot of damage to him. We got more militia coming in. All right, we'll take out this militia in the same spot where everybody else has fallen. I mean, seriously, you've got all these dead guys at your feet, and you think it's a good idea to keep holding that position. You know you're within range. There's arrows everywhere. I'll take it. They're falling back. This is going way better than I had anticipated. You know, with Paris and this faction being really good with ranged units, I see how this is helping a ridiculous amount. Here comes some more militia. This should be a piece of cake once they get in range. All right, open up on them. I mean, this is just too easy. I wonder how many we've taken out already. Yep, you guys can keep withdrawing. I'm gonna run out of arrows here if they keep this up. And that might not necessarily be a bad thing. I mean, at this point now, with as many units as they've had flee the battlefield, I now have the advantage when it comes to total units, and I probably have numerical superiority here as well. I could just charge in, but honestly, as long as they keep bringing in individual units like this for me to take out, I'm just going to play this one slow. And I think I'm guaranteed the win, basically, if I can keep this up. Because, yeah, this choke point, I mean, it works both ways. But with me being at the end and them having to come through the mouth of it, this is definitely working out better for me than it is for them. Yeah, see, they're deflecting a lot more of these arrows. Yeah, we're going to use up, unfortunately, a lot of arrows right here to take him down. But this is one of those units where it's like, you know, it's probably worth the investment. Because with the militia, I'd be able to steamroll over them with just about any unit that I have. But these shielded spearmen, not so much. Let's see if this will hurt their morale if they've got a neighboring unit running away. Hey, it looks like it was. Or it has been demoralizing him. All right. Let's move up a little closer. Obviously, once I get within the mouth of this, I'm only going to have a few units which I can utilize at a time. So with these guys shaken, we're going to start moving up a few of my spearmen units. We're going to bring the archers a little bit closer to start engaging the javelin throwers and also the hero unit. Oh, here comes some harpies out of the blue. We'll switch and start engaging them since I feel like they're the biggest threat. Yeah, they were waiting for me to start going through this. As you can see, they've got harpies and javelin throwers engaging me on three sides.
One of your units has no more ammunition.
Okay, I've lost ammo on one unit. I'm going to lose ammo on another one. And the only way I'll be able to kind of get through this here is trying to draw them back in. So that's why I'm falling back with the spearmen. Yes, I am definitely taking some casualties. The javelin units still have a significant amount of ammunition. But, all right, never mind. Those guys are falling back now. All right, young spears. Okay, we're in a good position again to still be taking out some of this infantry with my archers. And that unit on the far left is the one that's out of ammunition, so we're gonna keep him back. It looks like all I've got left are my three main units of archers. Still have some ammo. We're probably gonna run out here by the time that this mission is done and over with, or this battle is done and over with. Are those the young archers there? Or the young spearmen? There's javelin throwers up there. I'm gonna move them a little closer. And if those spearmen start charging me, they're still in skirmish mode. I believe they're still in skirmish mode, so they should end up falling back. Oh yeah, we've done a lot of damage to them. All right, here's a 3-on-1 scenario here with the Harpies. Oh man, every round or every shot that they take, their volleys, it's pretty devastating. 44, 33.
Your warriors are losing
Wow,
heart.
I was losing 11 of my guys each time. So wow, those Harpies are pretty powerful. But they're falling back now. I don't know if they're going to be coming back. Man, I'm going to have to keep the guys that I have here to try and support the assault, even though they probably only have maybe 2 or 3 shots left. All right, time to push in here. Seriously, that meter though, for where we're at with numbers and everything, it's, yes, leaning more towards me, but it's far closer than I would like. Okay, they're falling back, which makes me happy considering they're high threat. So we're gonna go with trying to hit anybody that we can. Now the fact that we hit those guys in the back really did a lot to their morale. And then we've got these rounds coming in. All right, go for the Harpies or the Javelin infantry. Go with the Slingers too. If we can get those guys running, then they're not engaging and are out of the mix here. There's a group coming in from the right side, holding that one opening. We're gonna meet them here with all that we've got. Oh man, I don't know how I'm gonna take these guys out. This is actually gonna be somewhat rough. Now, the only people that I have on my army who are not gonna be able to deflect at least some of those arrows that are coming in are my archers. Gosh, they're fleeing. Look at that. See, that's the only way I think we're gonna come out of this one, is if we can get these guys to flee. All right, we got more coming. Oh, don't come back. We're gonna take out these javelin throwers that are coming in here. But yeah, definitely less arrows
is under attack.
coming in from the other side. I mean, obviously there's still more coming in, but when I look at this, they've got militia, they've got a number of ranged units, which is, I mean, they're not going to be able to put up a fight for long with those guys. They can't go toe-to-toe with spearmen or with my axemen. I've got my hero unit engaging theirs. Now these axemen that I've got up here chasing after some of those spearmen, I'm trying to get them to come flank around and hit those guys from behind. Okay, my forces are basically split right now. All right, we've got this side secured, so let's take these 3 units. And again, I want to try and flank around, but let's get them starting to move in that direction now. These spearmen should catch up with the bowmen and take them out.
Your warriors are rallying.
All right, we've got a little battle of attrition going on in the middle of the map. Let's bring those guys down here. Oh, I haven't been bringing the archers in, and that would be a huge help. Yeah, I've got just a few shots left for each unit, but I mean, I'd rather they be fired now than just go to waste. Okay. Still engaging the javelin throwers. I've got their hero coming in, so this is probably not going to get pretty for me up there. Axemen, let's go hit these guys from behind. Here comes Spearman. This is going to be a perfect flanking move right here to make sure that we've got these guys pinned down here on the front. You know, we've got some guys that are going for the leader, some that are going for the spear and javelin units. Okay, yeah. So a lot of ranged units right back there. My archers are just about in range. Perfect, we've taken them down. I think if I start moving to that victory point, which is that red icon on the left of the screen, that might force some of them to disengage and start moving over there. Their archer units are engaging mine that do not have ammunition. I'll take that. Here we go. We're going to start finally returning fire on this group. The fact that they are so clumped up together means I'm really going to hit somebody every single time I end up firing there. Oh, use your ability. That's not going to do you any good, man. Oh, never mind. Momentum's starting to move in their favor. Here we go. Yep, keep them running. Okay, they're continuing to chase them.
You will soon hold the enemy's victory point.
All right, yep, let's get over to that victory point now, or at least start moving in that direction with those 2 spearmen units. I just don't want to be in a situation where I've got my guys not fighting. Okay, yep, so we've basically won this engagement right here with the exception of the hero units. We'll try and see, though, if we can surround one of them and take them out. But the guys that are left here, there's still these ranged units. Oh, here I am talking about them having 2 or 3 shots, but they definitely had more than that. Yeah, morale's low for these guys. So let's bring in those infantry units. We're going to go ahead and hit him just to try and slow him up. And we've got 1 hero unit retreating. Almost all those guys are falling back. Oh, man. Yeah, that was a quick shift in the meter in my favor. We've got this one. Victory. Not a bad battle. You know, if it wouldn't have started off here so well for me, I think this could have been an easy loss. Wow. I almost got a third of the casualties that they did. Gotcha. Got him. Cool. All right. Yep. Took some casualties in some of my units, but not as bad as them. I think that should destroy their civilization too. I'm gonna occupy the last city on Lesbos. That is not mine. Oh, he's still alive. I didn't think about that. Honestly, though, I don't think it would have gone that well since I didn't have the archers to really take him down anyway. Exceptional warriors found in Eressos. I'll have to remember that. Cool. Siege expert. That is going to come in handy as I continue to try and press the attack. I haven't really determined what my grand strategy is yet for this. I feel like I probably should. I just wanted to secure another province.
Hit them now.
Ah, dang it. I'm not going to be able to go after him this turn. And I can't move back into the city either.
Sorry, no.
Dang it. Well, at least I'm doing a lot better here when it comes to food right now. I'm only losing 203 a turn, but that really has a large part, or is in large part to the fact that I've got so many of my guys who have been wounded. Okay, you know what? I don't know if I necessarily want to fight this one. I mean, because I'm just gonna kick his butt. But anyway, this is gonna be an easy win for me. So yes, I will have secured the island and taken everybody out. No, I won't make you guys watch through this. It's literally just an artillery barrage on one guy. And I'm gonna have to fall back as I wait for the forces to be in. But yeah, no, that's gonna be it here for this episode. Obviously, I'm gonna pick up where we left off here on the next episode. I appreciate you guys watching more of this Troy Total War campaign. So You guys are awesome. You really are. Thanks to everybody at Patreon for supporting me. You know, I couldn't do this without you guys. And then also, you saw the pop-ups about subscribing and all that stuff. You're going to find some good information in the description below, so make sure you guys check it out. Anyway, War is hell. You don't have to worry because War Fighters, I got your 6.